What did you guys think about that George Floyd stuff, bro? I mean, when you saw that, do you think the cop got the correct sentence for what he did, and do you think everything was?
I actually do, Rock, and it's one of those things that policing has changed, and it's time for us call it. If it's good, call it. If it's bad, call it. Yeah. And what he did to George Floyd, let's just call it what it is. It was wrong. It was excessive, more than excessive. And so we just can't do that anymore, Rock. And not that it was right in the first place, but certainly these days just can't do that. And so yeah, I think he got what he deserves. I know it's a sad deal for a lot of people, but you know what? That's the way it played out, man. And
yeah, and I'm hoping that with that situation, law enforcement, we're always learning, right? Every day, hey, you know what? This is what's happening. So, like in this case,
there was
a horrible situation.
There was that lady also that was, I don't know how long, she was like a veteran, and she was reaching for what she thought was her.
That was tough.
The taser, and it ended up being the gun, and she shoots the individual. And so she got about 40, 50 years or something like that, right?
I watched that trial, man, and that was
what do you all think when you see trials end like that? I mean, does it affect the way the way you conduct any type of stop or any type of
the way we
incident?
We have to, Rock. We have to look at those, and when something like that goes down, we have to look at that and say, what can we do better? What do we do right, wrong, whatever, and how can we move forward? Getting better. We have to. If we don't do that, then we're just going to be doing the same thing. How are we going to get better if we don't look at at incidents like that and say, "Wow, I wonder what she was thinking. How did that happen? Was a taser on the wrong side? How does whatever that is?" Mm-hmm. But we have to look at it, and it's not easy to to look at officer involved shootings and those all the things that we've seen lately. But we have to, and but we have to learn from them. How do we get better? That's the whole reason behind it.
Now, the narrative right now is that there's a crime surge happening here in the United States and, in all these big major cities. And you've even got some policemen that have been shot in New York. I think we have a screenshot of that. There was a policeman, a young guy, man, 22 years old.
Yes.
He was in the Bronx, Jason Rivera, and he was killed in the line of duty in Harlem. And there was another policeman that was shot just not long ago. And then you go to the one in Houston, the constable that was shot by, I think the guys from San Salvador, Oscar Rosales was his name. They caught him in Ciudad Acuña. Mm-hmm. And he just stepped out of the car and shot the constable. Poor guy was just sitting in the cop car, pulled him over, and he got shot and killed. And then just today, a suspect accused of shooting 3 Houston PD officers identified as Roland Caballero, and it happened in the Third Ward. Why do you think now that a lot of these incidents are happening more frequently, man? I mean, these guys, they're not afraid of the cops, or what's going on, man?
It's really hard to pinpoint. There's a lot of factors, but I think a lot of the rhetoric, a lot of what we've seen in the last few years, has led to that, and I think that's added to that. You never know what's going on in people's minds. To be honest with you, at the very end of the day, you don't know what they're doing and what they think and why they're doing the things that they do, why they would shoot an officer, ambush one, just for the hell of it, right?